Live from the Dr. Jerry Henderson Radio Complex, it's time for Card Guys. And now, here's your host, Anthony Schulte.
Good morning. Thank you, Michael, for the intro as always, and welcome to Card Guys, Detroit Sports Talk, Season 3, Episode number 10. Coming up today, the Lions absolutely demolish the Cowboys, but they lose a key piece. The Tigers fall in the ALDS to Cleveland over the weekend. The Red Wings opened up their season. How about the Detroit Pistons? A big victory on Friday. And we recap NFL Week 6. I'm Anthony Schulte, and joining me as always is my man, Ryan Donnelly.
Can't believe we done about 10 episodes. Hold on.
What?
Oh, shoot.
My man's doing some mental math at 7:30 in the morning.
No, it's not that. I think I left my wallet near the vending machine.
Wait, actually?
Yeah, hold on. I'm so sorry, guy. I have to go get my wallet. I'll be right back in a quick second, guys. Sorry.
Oh, okay. All right, well, right next to me, my man, Mr. Michael Rosenkranz.
A little bit of impromptu action, but hope your guys' Monday is going well for those listening in the sack. How you doing? Early morning workout for y'all, but we got a great show for you guys today. All 4 sports going on today.
He found it.
It looks like he found it.
Happy birthday!
Hey!
I didn't lose my wallet. We're celebrating Anthony Schulte.
Yes, sir!
Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen,
What are you guys doing?
tomorrow
Oh, boy.
is Anthony Schulte's 20th birthday.
Not a teenager anymore.
You're no longer a teenager. I got balloons?
You didn't have to do all this.
I did. Or I want to, because I'm your friend.
Where are we putting the balloon?
I don't know. I'm going to try and wrap it around each chair.
What are we doing?
Will it work like this?
So we're decorating the studio even more
I don't know if those are
with
in
the
frame.
balloons.
I got us all party hats, too.
Oh, boy.
Hey, they might be... Dude, we're keeping it festive today, man. We're keeping it festive. It's
Were
not
you
only
both
the
in
fall.
on this? Were you in on this? Oh
Yeah,
man.
dude, we were both in on this. We weren't gonna just...
This
completely
is
disregard.
unnecessary. This is unnecessary.
Very much necessary.
This is very much
It's
necessary.
your birthday. I was either going to celebrate it... Well, Michael...
Well, that's a way to give me a hat.
No. Well, here you go.
What
Here,
one do
let
you
me
want to
see.
have?
Which... You can have the gold one, because...
All right, we're gonna
I'm
go...
out of 10.
For
Gold out
those
of
on
10.
the YouTube side of things, we're just
yeah.
gonna go sort of like this, and then we're gonna somehow try to put these headphones back on. It's gonna be a little bit of an uncomfortable fit, but you know what? This is what we're gonna roll with
never
today.
put on a birthday hat.
Never?
No. I don't know how this works.
I sort of...
Oh, like this.
Yeah, you sort of... This strap goes below your chin, and then it goes...
Okay. I figured that out.
I sort of tuck the string part behind your ears.
Yeah,
I'm putting it on top of my headphones. There we go.
Exactly,
Like that.
just like that.
There we go.
Oh, you put
So-
it on top of the headphones.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. Yeah.
There you go, just like that.
Okay.
All right,
see.
well, now that the studio is decorated and the
Move
party...
the production move those above the
Oh,
flag.
above the flag. Yeah, you're right.
All right, well, now that the studio is decorated and we all have party hats, happy early birthday, Anthony.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We're gonna
Honestly,
have a
I don't
great
even
show
think those
today.
are on camera because it cuts off right at where the party hats are.
Gosh.
So there are balloons up there from Ryan and Michael. Thank you,
One's
guys.
a dinosaur.
I love dinosaurs. Nice.
Throwback to that episode when we talked about dinosaurs for a brief moment.
Yes.
I was
yes.
trying to look for either basketball or Pistons balloons, and look, it sucks that we don't have a party city up here. So I got
That's kind of crazy. We don't have a party city.
I know.
I know.
But shout out the Dollar Tree in Mount Pleasant. Thank you so much for supplying us the birthday stuff so we can celebrate Anthony's 20th birthday. Sort of live on air. It's actually his birthday.
Unnecessary, but thank you very much. Guys.
You're welcome.
I'm very blessed to have. Some
By the way,
great
his
friends.
birthday is tomorrow, not today.
Yes, it is tomorrow.
I was either gonna
So we're celebrating it early this
A
morning.
little bit.
a little bit, yeah. All right, let's talk sports, people.
I am very blessed to have some very great friends, so I'm appreciative of both of you guys. Yeah, get into frame. Get into frame.
Yeah.
Get in the frame. There goes his
show
phone.
stinks.
Sort of a rocky start this morning, but
a little bumpy, but we're on the road.
We're on the road.
All right, let's start off with our 3 stars. Ryan, go ahead. Start us off here.
All right. So my third star is the guy that just found out that existed on the Lions, according to Jared Goff, Sam Laporta.
Oh, yeah.
Finally exists. Finally got his first touchdown of the year, 53 double reverse flea flicker.
Yeah, a little trickery.
That was my favorite play. Well, to be fair, Laporta is my Lion, so it's kind of biased. So Laporta's my third star just because of that play. My second star is a guy who's been performing very well for the Pistons this preseason. That's Jaden Ivey. Despite the loss, which we'll talk about later in the show, Jaden Ivey, last night against the rolled team, super team, the Golden State Warriors, put up 19 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, plus minus of minus 13, 4 turnovers, but that doesn't really matter. It's preseason. But
what was his shooting split? So he only missed like 2 shots.
He 100% from the free throw line, 60% from the free throw. He had shooting splits of 70, 60, 100.
Okay, so
that game, not the whole season, preseason, but that's just that game. So he put up some productive numbers. He's been doing fantastic this preseason, but we'll talk about that later in the show when the time comes. And then my first star, guy who stepped up when Hutch was down, which we'll obviously talk about later in the show, Ali McNeil, McDonald's himself,
yes.
Who yesterday, 4 tackles, 2 sacks.
Good stuff from Aleem.
Good stuff from McLean. He's looked very good.
McLean?
McNeil, Ali McNeil.
All right, Michael, 3 stars.
3 stars. Third star is going to go to Shohei Ohtani. He went 2 for 4 last night.
Good
really
choice.
opened up the offense in the Dodgers when they put a whooping on the Mets, 9-0.
Let's hope another New York team can win tonight.
It'll be interesting to see
Go
how
Yankees.
the ALCS will tune out. I think the Guardians can compete with the Yankees. We'll talk about it a little later. But
I want Jazz to get a ring.
My second star is gonna go to. It's really a toss-up. I'm gonna go Ben Johnson. Offensive clinic yesterday. The double reverse flea flicker to Laporta was absolutely beautiful.
Almost got my boy Panay a touchdown.
A hook and
Yes.
ladder.
Oh, my
The
goodness.
hook and ladder to Panay Sewell.
When I said at the beginning of we had a little watch party at friend of the show Derek Steele's place. At the beginning, I was like, if Panay Sewell scores a touchdown, your neighbors are going to hate you even more than they already do. And Panay almost scored a touchdown. He's going to get one this year. His athleticism, dude, he can run up the gut for 2 yards and toss one in. Report as eligible. Just give him a tud. He deserves one.
Exactly. So that was really awesome to see. First star is going to go to the Lions defense. 5 turnovers yesterday. Brian
Incredible.
Branch had 2 picks, a forced fumble. Jay Kerb had another interception in the end zone again. So that's 4 of his interceptions. I think he's had 5 total, but 4 of them have been in the end zone. So that's a little bit of his specialty right there, is getting interceptions in the end zone when it matters. All around good day for the Lions, but those are my 3 stars. Anthony, the birthday boy, what do you got for us?
All right, my 3 stars. I'm going to start at number 3, Cam Talbot. Welcome to Detroit, Cam Talbot. Little shuddy action against the Predators of Nashville. Great game from him. He's obviously going to be probably our goalie moving forward until something drastic happens or whatever. He may give up 6 in every single game, and then we have to put Lyon in. However, we have good goalie depth. Husso got like the hockey DFA, basically.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, so bye-bye. No more Hoos. It's just booze now. Anyways, my second star, my guy, Jared Goff. Incredible game. 2 straight great games from Jared Goff. I said if the Lions win and Jared has a good game, I'll wear my Goff shirt, and here we are. So Jared Goff is my second star. Great game. He had what? He was 16 for
18 for 31, I think.
No,
it was.
18 for 25.
Or 18 for something.
18 for 25?
I know he had a 153 passer rating.
Hold on. I have it in my...
Yeah, his passer rating was really good. I think it was
155.8. Or no, 153.8.
153.8.
I'm getting his completions right now. I literally I do this. I got this. Yeah, 18 for 25. 18 for 25, 315 yards and 3 tuds. I mean, come on.
What a day.
He's looked like one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL.
72% completion percentage.
He's looked like one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL since his Bucs mishap.
And he's mobile now. We're seeing him run. So, hey, I love seeing it from my guy, my goofball, Jared Goff. I got his shirt for a reason. Number one, you tapped on it earlier, Brian Branch. 2 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, 2 interceptions, and a forced fumble. I mean, an incredible day from BB. He got a game ball. Goff gave his game ball to Dan Campbell, which I thought was just an incredible moment. That was awesome. Dan Campbell was happy with that. He's probably going to treasure that one. But a great game all around. And kind of segueing from our 3 stars, how about them Cowboys? Jerry's World isn't really celebrating Jerry's birthday, are they?
No, they're not.
Happy birthday, Jerry. You just got blown out by 40 again. The little PTSD for Jerry from the Saints game earlier in the year. The Cowboys are complete frauds. I mean, granted, they are missing like half their defense, but their offense didn't show up. No, nothing from their offense. The Lions' defense was incredible. It was great. So, great stuff there from the Lions. However, we do need to discuss quickly, briefly, what did transpire. I think it was in the third quarter.
Correct.
Aiden Hutchinson goes down with a pretty gruesome leg injury. We're not going to describe it. We're not going to show it, as you've been hearing from every single news outlet. It's bad. If you want to see it, Twitter exists. Instagram exists. You can see it there. Look for yourself if you want to. I don't know why you would, though.
Viewer discretion is advised.
It was bad. It was bad, and he said it's broken, or I broke it when he was on the ground. So he knew immediately. What we know from what is reported is a broken tibia. Broken tibia. Dr. Frank McGeorge on Local 4 said if it's a broken tibia, it's probably a fibia too. But we don't know. All we know is it's a broken tibia, as reported. We're not doctors. It was reported. And it really depends. His camp said he would be back for the Super Bowl. Now, that probably is if everything goes, smoothly, in line. Like, everything, the stars have to align to a perfect degree, which is already seemingly not likely, but the possibility is there. But it's likely he is out for the season. An incredible loss. Like, the loss or the win, it didn't feel right. I feel like nothing's kind of felt right since that. The entire game felt a little uneasy. The rest of the game, even the reporters were like, I've never seen a team dismantle a contender that way, and the locker room just feel the way it feels. Because, yeah, sure, during the post-game speech, everybody was in good spirits, but I feel like after the dust settled, they're kind of like, we're missing our guy,
Reality setting.
There's a giant 6'7" shadow hanging over us right now, just hoping their guy's okay. But went into immediate surgery, went straight to the hospital. If we're looking at things glass half full, he got to 7.5 sacks already, which he was on pace to get. I thought he was going to get 20 if he was healthy the whole year. However, I mean, that's still a pretty good number to be at if you do lose your season. So, I mean, he did good enough to get to a pretty decent number. However, that doesn't matter. What matters is if he's okay. He seems to be okay. It seems to be he can recover, and he will be fine. Reports are saying he should be fine for the 2025 season, which I'd say that's best case scenario. Mm-hmm. Best case scenario is a break is much better than a compound fracture. So we'll take that. But obviously, good thoughts and prayers are with Aiden Hutchinson and his family during a very, very, very hard time. I can't imagine watching that and being his family, but that's really all we can touch on for that injury. It was bad, but it's next man up, right? Yeah. It's next man up, step up. If you're a contender, it's next man up. And hey, the trade deadline's coming up. The Bengals and Saints both suck, and they have Chase Young and Trey Hendrickson. So make some calls if nobody can step up.
And also the Jags have Josh Allen.
Yes. Josh Hines-Allen, yes.
And the Browns also have Jeremiah Owusu, whatever the heck his last name. I think he's out of contract here, and he's having a very good season.
Yeah. So there are
They
some
got
teams,
lots of edge rushers that are out there.
There are some edge rushers on some teams that are subpar that we can get to, but let's see if we could. James Houston, let's see if you could replicate what you did a couple years ago. But Aiden Hutchinson, get well soon. All of Detroit, all of America, all of the world is thinking of you and hoping for a speedy recovery.
Man, like, to add on to your point, I've been watching Aiden Hutchinson since he was a senior at Divine Child. And I've been watching him I've been following Aiden Hutchinson since I was in middle school, man. And back when he was at Divine Child, back when he was at Michigan, getting paired with David Ojabo, who's been killing it for the Ravens this year. Man, like, this loss. When I want to, first of all, apologize to Trenton, Allison, Derek, Isaac, and you guys. I let my emotions.
I think all of our emotions got the best of us.
This loss hurt me a lot, especially watching him for a long.
It was hard
for a long time. I was screaming. I was on the verge of tears. I was so mad. Like
it took two commercial breaks for him to be on the stretcher. That was tough.
But man, 70% of sports is emotion. It's based off emotion. And normally, when you see something bad like that, the first scenario that pops into your head is the worst scenario. So, like, for me, it was the Nick Chubb injury. Luckily, he'll be back next week, I think.
Nick Chubb, yeah.
Nick Chubb, he's on his way back, which is good, but he hasn't played in about a year and a half, which isn't great. And Fox had, I think, like a lot of more commercial breaks for that, for Nick Chubb than
that was on
Aiden
ESPN
Hutchinson.
that night.
It was?
I thought it was Monday Night Football.
I don't remember, but I know
It
there
was something.
I know that they didn't show it,
Yeah.
and I know that they had a lot more breaks for his injury for Hutch, but I think it's best case scenario. But
Also, Hutch wasn't in his knee. I think Chubb was his knee.
Chubb, I think.
Chubb, I thought was his leg. I don't want to talk about it because it's gross.
Yeah. It was bad.
But anyways, I think a broken tibia or a broken fibia, whatever it is. I'm not a doctor, but I think that's best case scenario for Hutch. I mean, if we make it that far, we can get him back for
per chance.
Maybe for the NFC Championship or the Super Bowl. Depends on how much training you want to do for your leg. Depends on how much physical therapy you want to do per day. Knowing Hutch, I feel like he's going to do as much physical therapy as he can to get back as soon as possible. Someone's got to step up, and I hope it's Pascal. I hope it's McNeil. I hope it's Reeder. James Houston. If not, go get a guy like Josh Allen. Get a guy like JOK.
Max Crosby.
Max Crosby.
Max
Crosby wants to be a Detroit Lion really bad, so
that's a big splash.
Imagine
next season Crosby and Hutch.
That would be insane. That's better than Christian Wilkins and Max Crosby, in my opinion. On that Raiders team, that'd be terrible, but Hutch gets our honorary star today.
Yes, honorary star Hutchinson.
Hutchinson gets our honorary star. Thoughts and prayers goes to Hutch and his family, and this loss, and I saw the locker room celebration. Although on camera, like, everything looks fine. I saw Amon-Ra's story, and it looked a little somber. They're still playing music, which is great, that they're still trying to keep their spirits high, but there was something missing. And like you said, it's a 6'7" shadow, a big piece that's missing, but and my thoughts and prayers go to Aiden Hutchinson, his wife, and his family, and couldn't imagine how they're feeling right now. And I'm devastated on Hutch. Just again, I've been watching him almost his entire football career, and man, I don't want to think about it or talk about it anymore because it makes me so sad.
So let's move on. The Lions still won a football game.
Yeah,
the Lions won the football game.
The Lions won a football game.
It wasn't just a win. It was a throttling, a dismantling, a belt to blank affair.
Yeah.
Yes.
Every single player played their best. I don't think the Lions made a mistake. I can't recall a mistake. Maybe a couple errant throws by Goff. Maybe
there was
a couple
that drop
bad
pass
reads.
too by J-Mo.
Yeah,
it was bound to happen.
A couple mistakes. However, blowing out a contender by 40 and holding them to 0 touchdowns is incredible. Dak Prescott, 2 interceptions, 0 tuds, less than 200 yards. Terrible day for him. Not looking worth the money right now, personally speaking, but what do I know? I'm not in the front office. Just a great win, great overall win. And, I'm sure Hutch would be proud that they didn't give up any touchdowns after he left.
Oh, he'd be ecstatic.
Oh, he's probably happy about that. But a great win on all facets, coaching, offense, defense, special teams. Jake Bates, have yourself a day, career day for Jake Bates, showing us he's going to be the kicker of the future. But great game for the boys.
Yeah, fantastic win by the guys. I'll make it quick. Terry Arnold, I think he
good game from him.
Good game, 0 penalties. The thing about Alabama quarterbacks is that they're physical, and he stayed physical. He stayed himself. But
you talking about Jalen Hurts?
No, I'm talking Terry Arnold.
Well, you said Alabama quarterback.
Corner.
Oh, corner.
Corner. Corner.
Oh, I heard quarter.
I said corner.
Like
Comment down below what you heard. But those Alabama corners are Alabama. It's
See,
7.
I didn't mishear. I knew it.
It's 7:50 a.m. on Anthony's birthday special, but
It's not a birthday.
it's Alabama cornerbacks are very physical in the way. The fact that Terran Arnold stayed physical, but at the same time stayed disciplined, makes me think that he's going to be one of the best corners in the NFL. That's really my take. You hit him. I want to try and make it quick. You hit all the points. We got Minnesota next week, and then we got Tennessee, which I will be at that game too, to work it. But Vikings, I think this game kind of shows the NFL world who's winning the NFC North. Is it going to be the Vikings? It's going to be the Lions. I think the Lions are going to whoop them. But great win yesterday, despite the big loss. Offense played all 4 quarters very well. Defense played lights out. It's just a matter of time who's going to step up for Hutch, whether or not we get a guy, whether or not someone steps up. Next week's kind of the week.
Telltale.
Next week's a telltale of what are we going to do about the edge position. So
Exactly.
Good win, though, regardless. Happy birthday, Jerry Jones. You stink. You stink. You stink, buddy. I don't like you.
Per Jerry Jones, this was very concerning, and it was very humbling. This was a shocker.
Oh, come on. And you had the worst running back.
You brought back Zeke Elliott, washed, who barely did anything for you. Brandon Aubrey gave you guys all 9 points. He's trying to
He tried to miss those, too.
He tried to miss those. But I want to bring up a quick stat for you guys about the Cowboys. In the last 4 home games, this is per NFL.com. In the last 4 home games, dating back to last season's playoff loss to the Green Bay Packers, the Cowboys have been outscored now in the first half 110-35. They went 8-0 at home last season, and they're starting 0-3 at home this season. So you're seeing a dramatic shift for the Cowboys. And it's not looking too hot right now for the Cowboys. And phenomenal football game. Hey, one of the stars could have very well been Khalif Raymond. He had a quiet 73 yards.
And Tim Patrick, TP
Tim
17.
Patrick.
TP had a great catch.
He had a great game yesterday.
J-Mo also had a very good game, too.
J-Mo had a great game. He got a touchdown.
Keep talking.
Okay.
He got a touchdown. So, I mean, it was a very physical game from the Lions. And what's interesting with Jerry Jones, when asked about Mike McCarthy's job, he says, I'm not thinking about that right now. That's fair, because you don't really expect a guy to be fired middle of the season unless for some reason you're the Jets and you fired Robert Saleh. But I digress. Anyways, next week is going to be really, really interesting for the Lions. It's really all going to be about trying your best to put the Hutch injury behind you, focus on the here and now. You got the Vikings in Minneapolis coming up next Sunday. It's an afternoon game, 1 o'clock, early window. And this is just going to be a tough contest because, one, you're on the road.
Yep.
It's tough to win on the road in the NFL.
Especially in Minnesota.
Especially in Minnesota. Vikings are on a roll right now. They sit in sole possession of first in the NFC North. If you want a chance to win the division, this is the game you got to win.
The Vikings are favored to win, too, by the way.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I wouldn't be...
I don't put up... Look, Minnesota's going to put up a fight. If we're going to lose to Minnesota this year, it's going to be on the road. It's going to be on Sunday if we're going to lose to them. I think the Lions will win, but I was over there. I was trying to find the dum-dum-da-dum.
Nice.
I think I have that saved to my phone.
Yeah.
YouTube wasn't loading because CMU's Wi-Fi doesn't want to work half the time. Anyways, that's a discussion for a different show and a different day.
Minnesota's currently favored by 2, looks like.
So they're not really favored.
No.
Do you have it?
I have it.
Go ahead.
Jerry Jones, this is for you, buddy.
It's just so satisfying to hear that sound effect every time. Yeah. Shout out The Price is Right.
Yes.
Legendary
Good
show.
show. Great show.
Great show.
Provided a lot of good sound bites.
Show.
Yeah.
They did. Anyway, so Lions, they're going to play the Vikings. We're going to preview that matchup a little bit more on Wednesday's show, as we always do before a Sunday bout. So Lions and Vikings, 1 o'clock on Fox. I wonder if we might get Jason Benetti for that game.
I hope so.
I really hope so.
I really want it.
That would be great.
Really bad.
Anyways, we're going to move on real quickly here to the Detroit Tigers. Now, we've been covering them a lot recently, and duly so, because they've been on a generational run to the ALDS. Sadly, came short on Saturday in a bout that was moved to 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock, 1:08 first pitch. And Tarek Skubal, a little bit of an off fifth inning. Gave up his first ever career grand slam, and it couldn't have come at a worse time.
Hopefully his last.
Yeah. Tigers take one on the chin, and their magical run comes to a close. And just give it up. Hell of a season.
Yeah.
It was an incredible season.
It was what turned from a bleak, let's just rebuild and see what the young guys can do up in the big show.
It's the big show.
It's the big show.
I knew that was coming.
But see what they could do up in the show, and it turned into a magical run that I don't think any Detroiter is going to forget for a long time. It seemed like something in a world that is so divided and divisive, where everybody from everywhere, no matter what you think or what you believe, came together and rooted for one thing, and that was the Tigers, the gritty Tigers. And it was just beautiful. It could not have come at a better time and a better year, just for something to bring people together and unite people. And there it is. It's the power of sports. Look at the Lions, look at the Tigers, look at the Wings, the Pistons even. The Pistons are winning. They're winning ball games. Maybe not last night, but we're winning something. We're winning games.
We're winning the fact that we're no longer the laughingstock in the NBA.
Yes,
the Brooklyn Nets are.
The fighting Killian Hayes. Yeah. Anyways, great stuff from the Tigers. And one thing, to all you... Really? That's when...
On his birthday, too. And
well,
on his birthday, and then his own body just decides, nah, I'm not going to let you rant today.
No, this is for all the MLB fans that are saying, oh, Tarek Skubal's washed. He's not the best pitcher. Class A's the best pitcher.
Kerry Carpenter.
Kerry Carpenter. 2, this is the thing, all right? Tarek Skubal not only is Cy Young a regular season award, not a postseason award, but he went, what was it? 6 plus 7 is 13 plus 4. 13 plus 4 is 17. 17 scoreless innings in the playoffs, and it wasn't even a bad pitch. It was just a good hitter. Lane Thomas is a good hitter. It was just an unfortunate thing that happened. Don't be saying Tarek Skubal's not the best pitcher in the league now because of one pitch. Come on. We're all better than that here. Tarek Skubal's still the best pitcher in MLB. He's still the best pitcher we've seen in a little bit. And guess what? He's better than Class A. Because let's see Class A go 5 or 6 deep on a every 4-night basis. No, you can't even play him for more than 5 outs. So I don't want to hear it. Okay? I'm done.
Fair enough.
I know we've been talking a lot of Tigers, and we should, for good reason.
For good reason, yes.
we promise. We're done. We're going to take a Tigers break for a while because it feels like we've been talking about the Tigers every show.
A Tigers timeout.
We're taking a little timeout.
Probably winter meetings.
Probably until winter meetings and free agency. But no matter what, win or loss on Saturday, I'm proud of this team. Very proud. Man, now all we got to do is just look into the future. We need a couple more starters, for sure. Job should be one of them. Well, it depends on how he does in spring training. I think he should be one of the starters. Get a guy like Walker Buehler. I think that's on everyone's target list. Every Tigers fan's target list is Walker Buehler and Alex Bregman. Mm-hmm. Bregman is one of mine.
Anthony Santander. I like him. He's a good power bat. And he's got a good name.
He's a great, Anthony or Santander?
Anthony. And Santander's fun.
Santander's fun to say.
Santander the salamander.
The salamander.
The salamander will be my nickname, just like the pencil for once.
There you go.
But I think he's a lot. I'm thinking of Ryan Mountcastle. Yeah, Santander is going to be. I like Santander, but I want
Ryan McMahon on the Rockies. I wouldn't mind going out trying to get him either. I don't know if he's in a contract year right now or if what his contract situation is.
I swear they signed him to an extension.
Okay, let's trade for him. I like Ryan McMahon. He's a good power bat. He's a third baseman. He could play first as well. I like Ryan McMahon personally.
I think we need vet, disciplined bats. And I think Alex Bregman, I think our weakest position right now is third base.
Well, because it's a revolving door.
Yeah. I don't want Zach McKinstry, although fire up chips.
Great, big home run, too.
Yeah, huge home run. If you would have told
4.
me a month ago when we were fighting for a playoff spot that we'd A, make the playoffs, and B, Zach McKinstry would hit a home run in the playoffs, I'd laugh at you and slap you in the face. But I can't believe he actually hit a home run in postseason action, let alone be
hit a home run in general.
There's only 2 Tigers that hit a home run this postseason. Kerry Bonds and somehow, some way, Zach McKinstry. That's insane. What?
Missing one.
Who else had a home run?
Barker Meadows.
Oh, yeah. He did. Against the Astros.
Yes.
But, yeah, I mean, that Cleveland offense had our hand. Stephen Kwan.
Ugh, what a player.
That dude.
I'm going to be honest. I was very mad at you most of this offseason, this postseason, because it feels like every time we hit the ball, it's going right to you. And you offensively, I think, had 2 outs the entire series. Man, hats off to you, Stephen Kwan and Lane Thomas. Both had phenomenal series. I think the Guardians bullpen had a phenomenal series as well. However, the better team won in the end. The best thing that we got out of this was experience. Let's go out, get some guys, hopefully do it again, possibly win the division. It's only up from here, hopefully, but let's go have a successful offseason. I'm excited to see what's going to happen for this Tigers team in the future.
The 5th inning is when Tarek Skubal looked human.
Mm-hmm.
And as a reminder to everyone that everybody's human. Mistakes are bound to happen. And it was a great sinker, middle, 97, and Lane Thomas just cranked it.
And he came out in the 6th after that inning and threw a 5-pitch inning.
Yeah.
So he quickly shut up everybody saying, oh, he's not the best. How about 5 pitches for you in the 6th to get out of it? Give our offense a chance. Exactly. Our offense had a chance. They did. And then the bullpen gave up more. Like, come on. He didn't lose us the game. Skubal didn't lose us the game like Clase lost.
We weren't supposed to be here. We weren't supposed to be here. We weren't supposed to be here. We weren't supposed to be here.
Clase lost them the game with that carry home run. And Skubal didn't lose us the game because we had enough time to come back. But the offense isn't that great right now. And they never really were that great. They were just timely. And the bullpen gave up more runs. I mean.
And that's the thing. What I got so tired of during the season was some fans, and I think the team in a sense, it's like, when Skubal's on the mound, it's an automatic dub. The offense needs to back him up and get him some runs. How many times, shout out my dad, how many times was I texting back and forth with my dad, get Skubal some runs? He was desperate to get some runs, and you only put up 3 total on Saturday. 1 during his outing. 1. And that grand slam with Lane Thomas was deja vu for me with the 2013 ALCS Game 2 when David Ortiz hit the go-ahead grand slam at the bottom of the 8th. That is exactly what it brought me back to. And to go from just being so ecstatic to getting out of the inning just to have your spirits crushed. I also think of it as like the Red Wings this past season, just to go from so high when David Perron tied it up against the Canadiens in the final 3 seconds, just to go so low when the Capitals won and knocked them out of the playoffs.
Before the game even ended.
My point is, this was a heartbreaking way to end the season. Phenomenal season, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I want to pick your guys' brains about something really quickly. I had an interesting conversation with both my mom and my dad about this. If they kept Skubal in for the 6th inning as well, to get the 5-pitch inning, would it have made more sense to take him out after that grand slam so he didn't dwell on it and possibly just give the bullpen an early start? Because I feel like after that grand slam, he looked rattled after that inning, but then again, he came back in the 6th and pitched a 5-pitch inning. So it's a tough scenario, but I think if I was AJ Hinch or Chris Fetter in that decision, I probably would have pulled him and just let him, just, even though he was rattled, like, just give him, he's done all that he can do, and he's winning the Cy Young. If he doesn't win the Cy Young this season, it's an absolute disgrace to the MLB.
It is.
But anyways, again, I digress. But yeah, it was just an interesting scenario. What are your guys' thoughts on it?
I think Chris Fetter and AJ Hinch know him, and they knew they were, all right, this guy is the ultimate professional. They probably talked to him like, hey, are you good? He was probably like, let me get this back. That's Tarek Skubal's mentality, from what I've noticed.
Mm-hmm.
Is he probably said, no, you're putting me back out there. I'm not. This isn't my final at bat of my season. No. Mm-mm. And he comes out, gets five pitch inning. Then they pull him. I think that was the right thing to do, especially with our bullpen. It looked kind of shaky the past couple of games. So I mean, you trust your ace. You trust your ace.
Mm-hmm.
He says he could go back out there. He's not rattled by it. You trust him because he's your ace.
I agree. I feel like the bullpen, just this entire postseason looked pretty bad. There were some pitchers that looked amazing, and there was some like Will Vest and Bo Brisky, and there's other pitchers that looked horrible, like Job and Holton this series. I feel like keeping Skubal in to get 3 up, 3 down in the 6th. To be fair, I didn't really watch, so after the grand slam, but I think it was the right thing to do. I think after that grand slam, MLB fans that don't have a brain probably made the assumption that Emmanuel Clase is going to win Cy Young. So Skubal thought that and be like, keep me in. 5 pitches, 3 up, 3 down.
Right.
Enough said. That's how you go out. Not a grand slam. Now, Skubal's my guy, so I'm happy that he stayed and got 3 up, 3 down.
Kind of leaves a better taste in our mouths about that. So we're not going to talk Tigers for. We're done. We're done. We're done.
We will talk Tigers full time again in March.
Or if we make
February,
a splash.
Or when pitchers and catchers report.
Right.
Or maybe if Javi Baez gets DFA'd.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But that's it for the first half. Coming up after the break, all right, we're going to talk Pistons. We're going to talk Wings. We're going to go over what was a pretty fun week in the NFL. You're watching Card Guys, Detroit Sports Talk. We'll be right back after this. Sports cards, signed jerseys, signed helmets, and more. Miller's Sports Cards and Collectibles is your one-stop shop for all things the hobby. Make sure to check them out down Mission Street in Mount Pleasant, right past Meyer. Miller's Sports Cards and Collectibles. Card Guys, Detroit Sports Talk. Join Michael Rosenkranz,
Sports take precedence over academics.
I agree, but
Ryan Donnelly,
Corbin Burns, who is their big-ticket J13 item. Skubal is with us. Skubal's our big-ticket
Did
J1.
you just call Tarek Skubal James? and Anthony Schulte. I have an issue.
You have.
There is no break. It's a constant grind. It's an unbreakable cycle.
Yeah, it's.
As they navigate through the Detroit sports landscape. Live Mondays and Wednesdays at 7:30 a.m. on 101.1 The Beat in Mount Pleasant and at 11 a.m. on YouTube. Card Guys, Detroit Sports Talk. Welcome back, Card Guys, Detroit Sports Talk. Ryan Donnelly and Michael Rosenkranz, Anthony Schulte with you here on a fine Monday morning, the 14th of October. We got some Red Wings to talk about here. They started their season a little shaky, losing 6-3 to the Penguins, but come back, shut out the Predators 3-0 at home. You got the Rangers tonight. Solid start, I'd say. Solid rebound and comeback after that. Take one on the chin in the home opener. Tough night that was for Detroit sports.
Oh, my gosh. What a garbage night. First of all, Philly Husso. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Listen, he
Left the door, hit you on the way out.
I guess he looked good in preseason. I didn't see it, but I'm the number one Philly Husso fan, hater in Detroit. Huh?
Clip it. He's a
No,
fan.
no,
Clip it.
I am the biggest Billy Husso hater in the city of Detroit or in the state of Michigan. I hate him. I'm glad he's gone. See ya. But he was sort of the reason why we gave up 6 on opening night. Well, he gave up 4. The first goal wasn't his fault.
If he didn't
shout
give up
out
those 4, we
shout out
would've
Trent Murphy, friend of the show. He kind of picked my brain about it yesterday. The 4th goal, 100% his fault. Puck was like, imagine this is the net, right? Puck was going like top corner of the right side. Here's his glove. He whiffed. He whiffed the puck. He missed it by like this much, people. That's how you know Billy Husso is bad. I'm glad that our goalie room is now Talbot and Lyon, and it's working. I know it's game now 3, but game 2 against the Preds, Talbot looked lights out. I think he saved 43 of 43, had a 100% save percentage. He looked phenomenal. And backing up with Lyon, who last year as a backup looked great. I feel like Talbot should be the starting guy, and then Lyon will be a very nice backup. Justin Holl has been very surprising. I'll say that. DeBrincat had 2 goals on Thursday. This team looked a lot shaky on Thursday, but then once we pulled Philly, we looked like the normal Red Wings again. So I'm not taking a loss for granted. After last year, with this Red Wings team, I'm making sure we win games. Although I'm not the coach. I'm not Lalonde. But I motivate better than Lalonde, though. I might be better than Lalonde, and I've been a hockey fan for about a year and a half now. But I can motivate better than Lalonde. I know that. But defense looks better. We have lots of surprises. We got the Rangers on a back-to-back tonight at the Garden, and we get the Predators out of the way early. I mean, which is good because they're good. So we got to. I feel like everything's going swimmingly. Yes. That's the word I have for the Red Wings right now. Just swimmingly. Everything's going fine. Just goaltending needs to keep it up. Defense needs to keep it up. Offense needs to, slow it down. I feel like they're just rushing it, especially on the power play. They gotta keep it at a patient pace. Like, it's got to be a timely offense, and hopefully we win tonight against the Rangers.
Defense still kind of scared me a little bit, especially the game against the Penguins. You gave up 6 goals. And again, first game jitters, get them out of the way, and you respond the right way and shut out the Predators. Talbot looked great. Lyon is back in his backup position, so hopefully you're not tiring him out to an extent. Talbot has that veteran presence. I think he's, 37 now? So he has plenty of experience in the NHL. And one of the things Lalonde talked about this offseason and starting now is the new look, or just the new look of the lines. Especially moving Raymond to second line now by putting Kane up there on the top line with Larkin and DeBrincat. Because you keep the chemistry with DeBrincat and Kane going, so those two can hit each other. And Dylan Larkin, Imagine Derek Lalone on the ice. Imagine Derek
boy.
Lalone on the ice. That would not be a good sight. Anyways, Dylan Larkin, again, he's showing you why he's the heartbeat of this team, and he's probably going to be in the first line throughout the entire season. Rangers are going to be tough. Playoff team last year. They won the President's Trophy, if I'm not mistaken, as well last year. Best regular season record.
And they have probably a top 5 goalie in hockey in Igor Bobrovsky. Oh, no, he's on the Panthers.
Igor Shesterkin.
Igor Shesterkin. There we go.
That dude is legit.
Yeah. Isn't there Bobrovsky? Huh?
Breaking news.
Breaking
Uh-oh,
news.
breaking news. This is the first.
First breaking news.
Is this the first time we've had breaking news this
I think
season?
so.
Breaking news.
All right, breaking news.
Here
What
we
do
go.
got?
I don't know what this means.
Is it like, does it affect any Detroit sports teams?
Yes.
All right, let's hear it.
I don't know what this means. However, it's from Ian Rappaport.
Oh, okay, so this is football.
And I don't know what to think of it because we haven't really gotten any medical updates.
Okay.
But he did say something in his report on Good Morning Football.
All right.
He just tweeted it. The Lions have lost Defensive Player of the Year candidate Aiden Hutchinson for the season for sure.
Okay.
For sure. That is confirmed.
Kind of
Okay.
do that.
Kind of knew that, but
Yeah.
it's confirmed that he's probably not going to be back for the Super Bowl. Yeah. Makes sense. I think that's just that was a little bit of hope from the camp.
It was
Yeah.
kind of a gimme.
Expectation is full recovery for 2025 training camp.
Good.
Good.
I didn't, huh? What?
Oh.
What?
Oh, never mind. I thought we got a Shefty bomb. It was just Hassan Reddick hiring new agents.
Oh,
Sorry.
gotcha.
Let's finish up Red Wings real
All right.
quick.
Yeah. Couple guys sitting out. Jeff Petrie, who I honestly could
Get rid of him.
Could be fine.
Goodbye.
I could
Nepo
honestly
baby.
be fine with Jeff Petrie sitting because I don't think he does.
He's only
really
here
a lot on
because his
the
dad
team.
works for the broadcasting team. So
Because he's
Only
got
reason why
Peaches
he's
on the
here.
broadcast crew.
thanks, Peaches.
Justin Hall is slotted in pretty nicely.
Yeah.
Johansson making his NHL debut.
Casper
looks
needs to
great.
come up. He needs to come
Let
up.
the kids
I
play.
think with Husso on waivers, if the Red Wings possibly sign him to the minors, which is possible, if they sign him to Grand Rapids, they still have to call a guy up for New York. I think Marco Casper's got to be that guy.
I hope
100%.
Husso keeps waving because he's not getting signed.
I wouldn't imagine Husso would get signed anytime soon because you're going to see the likes of Cam Talbot and Alex Lyon probably for the majority of the season. Red Wings looking pretty solid so far. This is a tough game coming up against the Rangers, so we're going to see what happens. MSG, historical venue, tough place to win at, but let's see if the Wingers can make it 2 in a row.
It'll be a good one. Before Monday Night Football, tune in. Bally Sports Detroit. It'll be Red Wings hockey. Always a fun watch for them. All right, quickly, and that's hopeful thinking. The Pistons!
It's Hooper's birthday.
It's Hooper's birthday! He will be attending.
I will be there.
There is a Hooper's birthday this year, and I will be attending, and I want him to sign my Hooper plush. Anyways,
Should have gotten the City Edition one.
maybe I will at a later date.
Hopefully.
The Pistons, they took one on the chin to the Warriors last night. However, do not let that distract you, folks.
I'm letting
We
it.
blew out the Bucks and we blew out the Suns. I am leaving here with something. The Pistons look good. Now, last night, we were trying new things, let's say. We were experimenting, if you will. But Ivy still looked good. Cunningham still looked good. And Jalen Duren looked good. Now, speaking of looking good, let's talk about not looking good. Tim Hardaway Jr., why are
Get
you
out!
on
Tim
my
Hardaway!
basketball team?
Tim Hardaway, listen.
Junior. Hardaway was good. Junior's
Hardaway
not.
was great. Tim Hardaway Jr. is garbage. Dallas, I apologize because I was laughing at you.
We know your
when
pain.
when we got him, I was like, okay, we got a great 3-and-D guy. And Dallas was like, oh, thank goodness he left our team. And I'm like, how bad could he be? He is awful. Every guy, every person on this Detroit Pistons team looks really good.
Played Denise
Except-
Jenkins over him.
Right. Except for Tim Hardaway. Listen, I love my Michigan guys. I love my Michigan men. When Tim Hardaway Jr. was on the Mavericks, I was really rooting for him to get a ring. Now, he's on my basketball team. My basketball team, zero. Zero excuses. Until he gets traded. Zero excuses, man. You are terrible. Anthony, go ahead.
I'm just pulling up Tim Hardaway Jr.'s stats. From
Garbage.
recent games here.
I think he's 1 for 15 from 3 this
Well, I can tell you
preseason.
for the Warriors, he had 2 rebounds, and big fat goose
Pathetic.
eggs, also known as the
Pathetic.
number 0, for 14 minutes of play.
I'm trying to find.
That's
terrible.
disgusting.
I can't find his preseason stats.
While you're looking for his stats, I'll make my quick points. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the show, Jaden Ivey, I feel like is going to have an offensive breakout season. Mark my words. Cade with I think Tobias Harris is the missing piece for this team. Tobias plays really nice off Cade Cunningham, and Cade Cunningham plays really nice off Tobias Harris. Duran got hurt. Hopefully he's all right.
Go ahead.
What were you laughing at?
I'm not laughing at you.
I think it was just a smile.
I found it.
Oh, okay. Duran, hopefully he's back for opening night. He should be, but I think from every cylinder, from every play that we've made, I think we've looked really good. It feels. Anthony told me this last night when I stopped by his place to watch the Pistons for a little bit. This team feels different.
Different is the right word.
It feels, and I agree. It feels a lot different than Monty and Dwayne Casey. This offense seems a lot more fluid. I was going to say flowy, but I was going to say flowy, but fluid. It feels a lot more calm, and it feels a lot more smooth. I want to say, like every ball movement, and I'm going to say this. I'm going to praise JB Bickerstaff.
I am a godsend. Oh my goodness.
I am a sucker for ball movement. His ball movement. It's find your guy at the right time, at the right moment, at the right shot. Oh, Denise Jenkins has helped defense coming his way. Swing it to Bobby Klintman. Oh, Klintman has helped guy.
Klintman's got a calf contusion.
Well, it's an example. Klintman at the top of the key. No, swing it to Cade. Cade knocked down 3. There are many times this preseason where JB's ball movement has looked very impressive, and I'm praising him for that. And hopefully he keeps it up for the regular season. But man, I think I have an idea of what this lineup's going to look like. Ron Holland, defensively and transitional offensive-wise, phenomenal.
Standstill offense is god-awful.
Huh?
His standstill offense.
No, his standstill offense is terrible. He can't shoot, he can't drive, but when he's on transition, he looks great. He's only because he's a freak athlete. And defensively, it's great. I hope we can pair him with Asar Thompson. Hopefully he comes back. My thoughts and prayers also go out to Asar Thompson with blood clots. I mean, the NBA takes those very seriously, but everything's looking up in Pistons land. I hope I hope this ball movement and I hope this great defensive sets carry on into the regular season. I hope Holland. I thought Holland would be a G League guy, but I kind of want him on the main roster now, and kind of moved Tim Hardaway down to the G League, honestly. But
Tim Hardaway Jr. is not going to the G League. He just won't get minutes.
I hope.
All right, I'm trying to find Ron Holland's stats, but I can't.
And I think the reason why this offense is just such a breath of fresh air with JB Bickerstaff is you're not discussing rotations as was Monty Williams with.
Oh, one more
Tom
thing.
Gores.
It's just one word. Staggering.
Yes!
Yes, dude!
But JB Bickerstaff is finally staggering Cade and Ivy, and it's working.
And look what's happening. Cade has had 2 really good shooting games. Cade with spacing, by the way. Cade Cunningham with spacing. I need more of it. Look what's happening. Cade's game is blossoming. You're seeing it in front of you if you're watching these games. But you're seeing Ivy and Cade staggered. And what's happening? They're playing well. They're playing well with each other. Not only are they playing well with each other, they're playing out well without each other. This is what we have been saying since Ivy was his debut. Since his debut, stagger them. Their play styles don't really mesh together. And when you only play them together, only bad things are going to happen. And look what happens when you stagger. They look good. Go ahead.
And literally, you can see that reflective in their stats. They were almost identical. 37 total points, 11 total assists, 5 total rebounds.
Right.
I know Monty's not watching this, but that's what happens when you stagger an offense and when you have a better idea of what rotations are. Now, again, this is preseason basketball. I have a different philosophy than you guys, because preseason doesn't really mean a lot to me. But if they can translate this into the regular season, you continue to see the staggering with JB Bickerstaff. which I have no doubt he's going to do because you're already seeing that in the preseason, then you very well could see a very different Detroit Pistons team for this 24-25 season.
You could.
And you need to see a different team for this 24-25 season. It's been decades upon decades of just laughing stock of the NBA. And I love basketball. And I've said to some friends back home and my family, I love basketball. But when you haven't had a competent team in Detroit for so many years, that fandom just sort of goes away. Now what you're seeing with this team, hopefully that fandom can come back for me because I want this team to do well. And now with this new coaching staff, what you're seeing with these young guys wanting to be here, it's all trending on the up and up, and it's only up from here. Pistons got Cavs next, right?
Yes,
Cavs on Wednesday.
Cavs on
A couple days off
Wednesday.
here.
So which is their final preseason game?
Yes.
And then they don't play for another week on opening night against the Indiana Pacers, which
Oh,
We will be in
gosh.
attendance.
we will be in attendance.
We will. As of right now, yes.
Yeah. We're thinking, hold on, we want to make a little innuendo, kind of, but Anthony and I might be doing a Count That Baby in a Foul special on opening
chance.
night. Maybe.
Chance.
Whoa!
Maybe an opening night special, and maybe we don't know. So we'll stay tuned for updates.
tuned.
It's opening night is next week, so
It is. It would be next Wednesday. I have some stats before we move on to NFL real quick. Ron Holland for the preseason. I just went to every single box score to find this out. I worked my butt off for this. 35.714%. He's 10 for 28. And he hasn't made a three-pointer.
ew.
That's bad.
It's not ideal. And then time for Tim Hardaway Jr.
Don't you mean Killian Hayes? He's our new Killian Hayes.
From three ball land.
Okay.
Just doing some quick. 1 for 16.
Oh,
From the field. From the field. He is 3 for 23.
Oh,
If I'm doing that math correctly, nope. 5 plus 5 is 10. Plus 7 is 17. 3 for 21. 3 for 21.
he's missed 17 shots.
3 for 21 percentage.
We
I'm in a math class. He is shooting 14% from the field. How about we just stick a dagger in our hearts even more? 1 for 16 as a percent. Good golly, it's 6% from 3.
Oh, that's Killian.
I don't care if this is preseason, folks. That is dumpster.
That's
that
a Sar Thompson 3 numbers.
that is the Judgment Day. Street trash. That is garbage.
Damian Priest.
That is
Street trash.
street trash.
That is
wow.
Gunther.
Those are
Tim Hardaway
awful
Jr. showing
Awful.
flashes of Killian Hayes. Get him off my basketball team. I don't care that you went to Michigan. Go blue forever, but I hate you, Tim Hardaway.
Tim
Disappointment.
Hardaway is a rough one. Anyways, Pistons play on Wednesday against the Cavaliers at the Pizza Oven Little Caesars Arena. Should be a fun one. It's JB's old team coming to town, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully the Pistons get a win. Quickly, NFL recap of our picks. We all did well. Michael, 12-1. Now,
This was a surprising.
I went 11-2. I should have went 12-1, but at 1 o'clock I saw Peter Schrager pick the Broncos to beat the Chargers, so I followed suit, and because I have the Broncos defense in fantasy, so I was like, yeah, why not root for them fully, right? Go Broncos. I lost that game, so that sucks. However,
Somehow I did the worst out of you guys, but I went 10-3.
well, explain what you did.
Okay, fine. I switched my upset of the week. Anthony said no.
Well, because you can't switch your episode of the week after you've made it.
Well,
Unless
I
it's on
don't
the show.
care. I switched my pick, and I was going to switch
Say it.
I switched my pick. It was too late.
To who?
I forgot who. Well, I switched the Giants pick to the Bengals, and Bengals won. I switched my upset to
Didn't you do the Raiders and
the Raiders. That's
The
who
Raiders.
it was.
He picked the Raiders.
I picked
to win
the
a football
Raiders, and they got walloped.
And that's a deserved loss on your end.
That's a deserved loss, so I will take my Ryan Donnelly upset of the week L this week.
Well, my upset of the week almost hit with the Commanders. That was a good game.
It was a good game.
But
All right,
Thursday Night Football, the 49ers took care of the Seahawks, 36-24. The Bears, Caleb Williams, have yourself a day. 5 tuds. Or 4 tuds?
Four
Yeah,
tuds.
that fifth one got taken away. Sorry. 35-16, walloping.
Fire
of
Doug Peterson.
The Jaguars. It's about time that some changes are made over there in Duval. The Buccaneers lay a 50 burger as Sadiq Bey against the Orlando Magic type of day. 51 points against the Saints. Saints stood no chance. The Eagles barely beat the Browns. The Eagles are the biggest failures in the NFL this
Fire
season.
Nick Sirianni.
Yeah, true. The Ravens beat the Commanders 30-23. How about them Packers? 34-13. Jordan Love, have yourself a day. Another good one for him. Romeo Dobbs, great game for him as well. The Colts barely beat the Titans. Again, the Colts are a curious case this season, aren't they?
They're interesting.
I dropped Anthony Richardson on fantasy because he's done jack squat for me.
I dropped him 2 weeks ago.
Joe Flacco, the ultimate backup. We got Texans and Patriots. Patriots scored 21 points somehow. Welcome to the NFL, Drake May. You lost by 20, 41-21. Joseph Mixon, you saved my fantasy game. I'm now projected to win. Thank you, Joseph. I appreciate it.
Even after the biggest deficit yesterday?
Yep.
Did you also have Joe Burrow yesterday? That 50-yard run
That
by
one
Joe
run.
Burrow.
Thank you.
Incredible.
Thank you. But my opponent had Chris Godwin. If Chris Godwin went off.
Oh, yeah.
We have the Steelers and the Raiders. Ryan's part of the 10%.
Yeah, and I am.
At least you're unique.
Aiden O'Connell, you are terrible.
Yeah, not good.
Max Crosby.
Well, here comes my brain blunder because we got the Chargers beating the Broncos. I'll take that one.
Oh, don't worry. I also picked the Broncos.
I mean, hey, 49% of America agreed with me. 10% of America agreed with me.
I also picked the Broncos. They lost.
Prayers up to Jim Harbaugh. He went into the medical tent.
Yeah.
I haven't really heard what happened.
He said
to Jim
he said
Harbaugh.
He had
but
it's right there.
Oh, he's fine.
Hopefully he is okay.
A trial flutter.
What's that?
Oh, so like just
A heart thing.
Oh.
Yeah, like maybe some heart palpitations or something.
He talked to the media, so he should be.
Yeah, he should be all right.
okay.
That's good.
Yeah, the Falcons. They're my team. Other than the Lions, if I had to pick one team to be rooting for right now, it's the Falcons. I love my Dirty Birds. Oh, they're great. They are great. The Atlanta Falcons are. They're fun to watch. Dismantled the Panthers 38-20, and the 3% of fans that picked the Panthers are the remaining fans left in Carolina because their football team sucks.
Do you want to hear?
Sounded really
hear
bad because their football team sucks and they don't want to support them anymore.
Y'all want to
That
hear
sounded bad.
a really quick crazy stat about the Panthers? If you want to go to all Panthers home games, it costs like $695. It costs more to go to every single Panthers game at home than to sit on your couch because you got
because of all the streaming.
Yep.
That's right.
That's crazy.
It's cheaper to go in person to watch the Panthers.
That's generationally poop.
What?
Look at the ceiling.
Oh, it says poop.
It does on the title.
We are in college.
Yeah.
All right, let's continue.
We are adults. I'm going to be 20.
Tomorrow.
The Lions and the Cowboys. We
Yeah, we
talked
know
about that. Sorry, Jerry. The Bengals. What an ugly game. Why are these primetime games? What are we doing?
I could barely watch that game last night. It was just
If Joe Burrow wouldn't have got that run, he would have gotten like 8 points.
Yeah.
Actually, no, he would have gotten 5 points.
Oh,
Only 5, because
true.
that run was like 12 points.
I also picked the Bengals. I had Daniel Jones starting for me in fantasy. He put up 11. He is garbage. I hate you, Daniel Jones. Sorry, shout out Tony DeLucia.
Shout out Tony. And then tonight we got Bills and Jets. Breece Hall needs to have a bad game, personally. Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Battle of New York, go Bills.
Battle of New York, go Bills. So, that's all we have for today's show. Thank you for tuning in to Card Guys Season 3, Episode 10 on 101.1 The Beat and YouTube. Stay tuned for Wednesday's program where we preview the Lions divisional bout with the Vikings. For my good buddies Ryan Donnelly and Michael Rosenkranz, I'm Anthony Schulte saying so long, everybody.
Love you, Mom and Dad. The Franchise, written by Crick Cousins, comes out tomorrow. Go get it while you can.
Buy the book.
Buy the book.